How many times have you been invited into the world of people that are not in our church because you've developed and cultivated a relationship with them that they trust you and they're inviting you in. So Jesus gets invited in, and this is where it's like it's not that we never host, because in the story Jesus, in a deeply profound theological sense, becomes the host. But it started with him being willing to be a stranger and just listen. And then from that listening, he cultivated trust, and that trust made him a guest, and they invited him in. And then after they invited him in, he was able to then speak to that resonance in them and become the host. And so we'll do this activity oftentimes where I'll say, take a poster board and draw a line horizontal and a line vertical. Okay. And on the horizontal spectrum, I want you to put transactional and relational. And on the vertical spectrum, I want you to put guesting and hosting. And then I'll have churches take Post-it notes, and I say, put every program you do in your church and put it in one of these quadrants. Is it relational guesting? Is it relational hosting? Like you host it, but it's all about building relationship. Is it transactional hosting, like a food pantry, or is it relational, or is it guesting and transactional? And usually what'll end up happening is the relational guesting is pretty much blank. They're like, we don't do anything that is just focused on cultivating trust in our neighborhood by being a guest. And so then we can start to explore, what does it look like to move into different places? John 1, Jesus moved in the neighborhood, took on flesh and blood, became a neighbor. Like, what does that look like? And how can we do that well with our metrics not being getting them into our church, but our metrics being getting our church into our neighborhood?